afternoon, everybody. Hey, this the Fair Catch Sports Show. I'm Julius, and as you see, there's Elise. Hey, sorry, we didn't get able to do it on Monday, but things came up, so had to go ahead and reschedule it. But hey, I'm glad you guys could tune in today. we're gonna talk about the Bears draft and anything else. Probably we'll get into a little bit of NBA, but that's Greg. That's our guy, Greg, on his show, the Refs Call. But we'll talk a little bit about it because me and Elise, we talk basketball a lot. So
we like the NBA.
We do. We talk. So that's one thing we like to talk about. And as you can see, I got the 1-year-old, just turned 1-year-old who wants to walk around. So yeah, bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna do the best I can. But he's on.
Like I said, my 2-year-old cousin's like that sometimes. But he was chill this weekend. Thank you for being chill this weekend.
Okay, put your pacifier in your mouth. Hush. Yeah, because he wants to talk. But no, we'll talk about what, like I said, what I brought from the beginning. We are going to talk about the draft and our reaction to the draft. So,
hooray.
The draft is, as many as you know, the first day took place on last Thursday. And as we all know, the Bears drafted Caleb Williams at number 1. His reaction was hilarious. When he got up, he was like...
Bro, he was ready. He was hyped. He was like ready to go. He was so energetic. Yeah. He was me in a nutshell.
He was over the moon. You could tell, like...
He was me in a nutshell.
he was super excited, man.
Super happy, man.
That man, he didn't know what to do. Like, I was trying to get the clip up, but he was so hyped, man.
For sure. It's a fun time for these young men. Getting drafted, finding out where you're gonna go, getting to play at the next level. It's such a fun time.
Especially when that's one of your goals. Like he outlined on his on the episode of what is that called?
Pivot.
Yeah, the pivot. He outlined on the pivot, and he talked about it, so it was a good thing, man. I'm glad that he got to live out his dream. You know what I'm saying, and hopefully things continue to get better for him, and on his list. But there's Steve-O. What's up, man?
What's the word? What's the word, man?
What's going on? What you doing?
Hey, man, sun is shining, the dogs is barking, birds is chirping.
It's nice out. It's a nice day.
It is nice out.
Yeah. Well,
definitely.
We just started talking about our reaction to the Bears draft, but I had a surprise. It just, it didn't work out the way I hoped it to. But we're gonna bring on good brother, my boy King Mac, the newly founded Bears delusional fan. Here we go. What up, man?
Mac, what's your last words? You finished already. What's your last words, Mac?
What's up, Queen? How you doing?
What's your last words, Mac?
Right. You can't do a brother like that.
I'm just playing. How are you?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good, man.
How was y'all? Still not be jet lagged.
That's crazy.
Where you coming from?
Wait, you flew somewhere?
No, remember?
Oh, okay.
I went to Detroit for the weekend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. Did y'all drive or y'all flew? I thought y'all drove.
We drove. We ain't got to fly.
I'm about to say
40 minutes.
Ain't nobody flying to Detroit. That's not something.
That's too damn.
That's not something. And that's not something we do here. We don't fly to Detroit.
Plane ride.
Yeah,
it's like flying to Cleveland. You don't fly to Cleveland.
Right? Like what?
Way too close. Yeah, it don't even make sense. Unless you're just trying to go and come right back, like in the same day. I can see.
I mean, we went and came back. I mean, we spent the night Sunday, but I mean, we got Saturday, so.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, yeah, man. So we was talking, me and Elise, we were talking about, as we all know, the Bears drafted Caleb Williams, and we were just talking about how he came out, and then we were talking about our reaction. So since y'all here now, how did y'all feel when you saw Caleb Williams getting drafted? Even though we all knew it was inevitable, but you know what I'm saying? How did y'all feel in that moment?
To be quite frank with you, it caught me off guard how excited he was. I didn't think he was gonna come and be that excited. So seeing the man's like, first of all, I don't know if nobody paid attention because I just watched it again like the other day, and I was like, this motherfucker, he was speed walking to that stage, bro. Like he you know, they got the little mirror where you put the hat on. He went, he didn't look at he
went right past. He walked right past
it. As soon as he felt that crowd, he wow! I said, boy, what in the sting is going on here?
He was me in a nutshell. I don't have that kind of energy.
Like he just lives up to everything he said and how he acts. He's extremely, extremely competitive. And not only that, we got an extremely, extremely competitive quarterback that wants to be a Bear. This man, y'all know, I said I wasn't gonna bring him up, but let's be honest. When Justin got drafted, that motherfucker was like, ooh, oh, okay, it's kind of cool, okay, but of course, it's a different reaction. You don't want to compare with everything, but
yeah,
also,
I think my most initial thought.
Wasn't that still the COVID draft too?
Yeah, it was. But
but
people were still there. Yeah.
But if you think about it, man, like
but they could only have like a select few. Like it was still different than like this year. Like it was packed. Like even day 3 was packed. Yeah. Like it was insane how packed it was when we went. Like it was just every day. It was like even Saturday I was surprised by how many people were actually there because day 3 is like they kind of speed round it because you do.
Yep.
Detroit, they got him.
Yeah.
I was about to say it's Detroit though. Like ain't nothing else to do.
Actually, no. Yeah, 4 through 7. I can 4.
Yeah, I think.
But I mean,
before Matt goes, I think it was cool, man. I like it. But like what you were saying, Steve-O, I think the reaction that Justin had would be the reaction that all of us probably would have had knowing the history of the Bears. Like, oh shit. Especially, it's not like nobody didn't know that Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace were basically in a lame duck situation. So it's like, they ain't never developed a quarterback. Matt Nagy they didn't really do well with Mitch Trubisky, you know what I'm saying, if we're going to be honest. Like, he did his thing in 2018, but other than that, it wasn't that
Plus,
good.
I didn't expect us to take a quarterback. I really did not. I'm not going to lie. So what
he didn't even really know they was getting him either. So he was in shock as well. He
didn't know till that trade happened, yeah.
Right, he didn't know. So it's like, and Justin, that's just who he is. That's part of who he is. Like he calm, he chilling. He don't, you know what I'm saying? Like some people just aren't like Caleb.
Hey,
that's that.
He smiled though. Like it's a goofy side to that bug did smile, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I was confused when we traded up to 11 at first because I'm like, what? I'm like, what are we doing?
But like, I think it
would stay at 20 and like take a lineman or something. I was so confused when we traded up. I'm like, what are we trading up for? I'm like, I'm so confused right now. Like I was confused. Yeah. I was like, okay, maybe it is a quarterback, but I was thinking Mac Jones for like the whole time. And I was like, maybe
because we didn't hear anything about Justin.
We
didn't hear anything.
Right, that's what
I didn't hear nothing.
So it's like I was really confused then because I was like, all right, so we just took a guy I heard nothing about. Like, what are we doing? So because like I said, I thought if we were gonna trade up for any quarterback, it would have been Mac Jones the way they was talking about him. So I'm like, okay, maybe we take Mac Jones from Alabama. Great. Like
that was my thought process with it. It was okay, we trading up and get definitely a quarterback, but I didn't think it was gonna be Matt because the situation of the draft was at the time was how Justin slipped. That was the whole talk. So I was like, once he slipped down, I'm like, I think we get Justin.
I mean,
and I was happy. But
Mac Jones seemed more of like a Nagy guy than Justin did. So
yeah.
I didn't even think about like Fields in that sense because I'm like, Mac Jones makes the most sense for a Nagy guy, in my opinion. So that's why I thought it was going to be Jones anyway.
It's so funny, man, because my boy, he's an Ohio State fan. Obviously, I'm a Michigan fan, so we was always talking trash. So that day, we both working at Comcast. So that day, he was like, man, he's like, how would you feel if the Bears drafted Justin? I was like, I'd be happy. I don't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't Ohio State no more, so I don't care. He's like, yeah, but we both like, it's probably not gonna happen, whatever, right? So he's already finished with a job. So I used to talk to him basically all day because talking about whatever work, whatever. And so we on the phone. I'm getting in my van. I'm starting my van. I'm getting ready to go home. He's like, hey, dog, the Bears just traded up. I said, what? He's like, yeah, they just traded up. Like, okay. And then he's like, oh my God. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Because I'm just getting in my van. He's like, the Bears just drafted Justin Fields. I was like, oh.
I thought it was going back. I swear I did. I was like, bro, it's about to.
Yeah. So that took me completely by surprise. But yeah, the reaction was definitely totally different. But I think reaction Caleb was who he is, and then also understanding that he's coming into a great situation. Right. They have told him what it is,
and
what
they
need
got his
from
guy
him, what they're gonna do from him. Huh?
And they got his guy Rome. Like, I'd be hyped too.
Right, a bit. Yeah. So it's like
and he met everybody.
And he met everybody. So it's a different type of. It's like, damn, they really mess with me. I really like them. I really want to go there. They did all these things. They got my guy Keenan there. So it's like he had a reason to be like, yeah, and he realized his goal on his list of being number one. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Mac, don't that sound like the perfect marriage, Mac?
Yeah, go ahead, Mac. Yeah, what you thinking? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, I was listening to y'all Fields thing, and I think I'm gonna be honest. When Fields got drafted, I love baseball. That's my first love. So I kind of focus on that. But thank you guys for having me on Fair Catch.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it. Plenty much respect to Ray's Juke joint and what y'all doing over there. Yeah. But so with Justin, it was more like, okay, the Bears took a black quarterback. So I was more excited about that he was black. Yeah. I didn't really have an understanding of the quarterback position. I didn't study it like that. But this year, kind of the more I dived into it, did my own little homework and research. Right. I mean, yeah, he didn't come into the best situation, Justin Fields, but you also have to acknowledge some of his inabilities of why it didn't work as well. Like, to me, that's what I'm excited about with Caleb Williams. I got to dive into like the technical side of the QB position. I got to dive into, the footwork, release and all that type of stuff, and you can see a difference. Let's just be honest. You can see his release. Caleb has better footwork. Like, Caleb's feet stays underneath him all the time. Like, he's always in position to throw the ball, and that's one reason why I never really agree with people. It's like, well, Caleb and Fields is kind of the same. No, they hold on to the ball for two totally different reasons, and when they're running for two totally different reasons as well. Like, Caleb is running to extend the play.
My question would be is why is Caleb holding the ball too long?
I mean, he's searching for a big play. He's trying to get a big play.
That was the same thing, though.
But it's not the same thing as far as why they're running.
No.
I agree with the running part. I agree with the running part for sure.
So okay, so this is my issue with that. That doesn't make sense. This is my issue. If you look at Justin in college, he didn't run like that. So the part that bothers me is you comparing Caleb's season this year to Justin's NFL career. Pros. That doesn't make sense because we all know Justin did not run in college. He's running now because he had to. So you can't. That's not the same situation. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna compare
Caleb and Justin, we have to compare them in college, right?
Yeah.
And in college,
I don't think he was doing all that though.
Both.
But see, I'm glad because I like having these discussions.
They both had the ball too long because they were big play hunters.
Yeah,
that's also why they had a fumbling problem in college, right?
So,
but hold on, you'll like Caleb. To me, is the better. He has better pocket presence and awareness than Justin had in college, and he also has better footwork and mechanics. That I will agree with. But I think them holding the ball too long in college was for the
same thing.
Same thing. Yeah. In college was the same.
The running, I will agree with you with the running though, for sure.
I'm gonna tell you why. So if you was to compare them in college, they're not the same. And all you got to do.
I didn't say they were the same. I said
let me finish. All you got to do is take a deeper dive into statistics, right? If you look at the statistics of when how much Caleb would stay in the pocket, clean pocket compared to Justin Fields. Justin Fields statistically would take off more than Caleb Williams. So they're not the same. And that's why I never understood why people would say they were the same style of quarterback. Like, he had a better O-line at Ohio State than Caleb Williams did. And he took off more running-wise than Caleb Williams did percentage-wise. So they're two totally different quarterbacks. So for people to say they were the same, I never understood, and I never could get with that because they're not.
Tell me why
I would say
people were trashing his O-line. What if his O-lineman got drafted at the draft? I was there. I was laughing too. I was like, ha! To all the people said his
my thing was it's not that they are the same. I said there were similarities. For one, I agree with the running. When it comes to running with Justin, is if he's going to take off, I'm going to take off and I'm going to get upfield. It's not to take off versus Caleb. He's moving sideline to sideline versus Justin is moving north-south. That's how he works. So, but that's the thing. The difference is, the reason why I say it's kind of similar is because there were times when Justin didn't want to take off and he wanted to throw. But the difference is between Caleb, that was his mindset all the time. I'm throwing it. And it's also have to do with the type of athlete there is. Justin could get away with that, and he left the pocket because he know he could. That's not always the case for Caleb because he know, okay, I'm a good athlete, but I'm not a great athlete. My arm is way more greater than my legs. So it makes way more sense for Caleb to go left and right, which is more effective as a quarterback. I will agree, playing the quarterback the right way, you should do it that way. The only reason nobody sat there and told Justin to do that is because he can outrun everybody. Yeah, but it's a clear difference. There's definitely a clear difference, but there was some similarities.
It's a lot.
Knowledge was definitely a lot better. Like, you could just tell that on the tape. Like, his way better.
Ohio State
footwork and mechanics. Like that's not even that's a no-brainer. But I do think they were both big play hunters and that they both had a fumbling problem. Now, Caleb can easily clean that up. I have no doubt that he won't. Like, but I can't say there were like teeny bit of similarities. Not big ones, but there were teeny similarities.
Yeah,
and it came from excited about Caleb is like when I watch even his critics, people who are not necessarily big believers in him, when they talk about him, they still have to give him his due respect. So that tells you a lot. Like when you watch Caleb, like he's fighting to throw the football. He's fighting to use his arm. Like that man will go out of the pocket and come back in the pocket to deliver the football. Like it's different. Like
I just hope Eberflus lets him make mistakes. Bro, I hope Eberflus lets him do that because Eberflus is one of those people. He ain't a big believer in his quarterback turning the ball over. So
I just think, like I said again,
I hope Eberflus
that's what Poles
situations though, man.
I hope Eberflus makes his mistakes and
restrict. You know what I mean? I think that's what Poles come in at. Like Poles know.
I hope so.
I'm not saying like he's Mahomes before people go there, but I'm saying Poles understood or was around when they had Mahomes in KC, so he understood what not trying to put him in a box, man. So I don't think they're gonna try to put Caleb in a box.
I hope so.
Well, I think he learned. I think Poles learned. See, this is the thing. You say what you want to say, okay, about Justin, whatever. Poles learned a lot as well. He learned that I didn't do enough. So if it was as simple as, Justin needs all this. Hold on. It's as simple as if Justin needs all these guys around him. Well, why the hell they got 3 number 1 receivers around Caleb? If you don't need guys around him, like that argument that people try to say, oh, Justin needs these. Well, they just gave Caleb 3 number 1 guys, really.
And running back.
So what's gonna be his and running back? Like Poles learned a lot. Like, okay, I tried to do too much on the quarterback instead of building a team and let him
take his lunch.
That's his strengths. You know what I'm saying? So now
I don't even think it was. To be honest, I don't even think it was that. Literally, I really think what it is. It was just a timing issue.
Yeah,
it was a long timing issue. Yeah, you shouldn't. What happened was the organization shouldn't have let our previous GM Brian Pace and our coach to draft Justin.
Right.
And if we were going to let them do that, we shouldn't have fired.
Exactly.
I know that sounds crazy, but that just makes the most logical sense. So when you do it that way, when he came into the situation coming from KC, he like, bro, how we build over there is impossible. It's impossible currently because y'all got too much money on these defensive players who's 35.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, okay, for me to give something to Justin, I'm not going to be able to give him enough in time because I got to get rid of this contract. I got to get rid of this contract, and I got to get rid of this contract. And at the same time, I cannot go crazy in free agency because I'm saving money. And I can't go crazy in trades, and I cannot trade my picks because I want to build through the draft. So what it was is he's seeing what Justin can do. And he was like, okay, is this somebody that I have 100% confidence in? I'm probably not going to have 100% confidence in because I was not able to give him the team that I should. And business-wise, if I'm looking at this guy I've been looking at for 2 years, he done won a Heisman. He done almost won a Heisman again. And it resets my money. And I could put a way better team around him, which I'm currently am. And by the time I get to the draft, it's 10 times the team that I had him before I even thought about I had him. Then you bring Caleb in. It's just like, I had to do what I had to do. It is what it is. And that's how I looked at it.
You said something key that he said that people didn't pay attention to too much. You're right. It was a timing issue. But he also said, like, when a quarterback comes to that second contract, when it's nearing that second contract, that quarterback is able to win without everything being perfect around. So that played a role into it. It's like,
and you got to say why, Mac? Because it's going to come a time when that GM can always give you those weapons.
But how can you? Okay, but how can he say that now though? Because he just gave him everything. So you.
But it's harder. It's harder
everything because of the money. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Like. Because of what
you're saying, but I'm just going off what you said. You're saying we need to see if he can win without everything being special around. Basically, he ain't got to worry about that.
But I think that's the timing part. He came to the realization. He came to the realization like I'm not going to have enough time to give him that piece.
And I told this to Mac 2 years ago when we got the number 1 pick. I said I wouldn't be mad if Poles moved on Justin and took Bryce Young. This was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the Poles is going to want his guy, right? Regardless of if, because I felt like there could have been nothing Justin could have done and they still would have traded.
It really was.
Like, I literally, that's how I felt. I felt like there was nothing Justin could have done and they still would have traded.
I think he basically said that.
Because Poles wanted his guy, right? Poles wanted his guy. Like,
he did.
Nothing Justin could have done would have changed that. I'm being so serious. Like, even if they, let's say they snuck into the playoffs and they got eliminated first round, Justin still would have got traded.
He's probably still
because Ryan Poles wanted Caleb Williams since like when he first got there, right? That's who he's always wanted. So
that's extra security.
It was always going to be Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
So I don't think Justin could have done anything to save that, right? Yeah. And that's just the nature of the situation. That's just how it went. And I said this 2 years ago. I'm like, Poles is going to want his own guy. It's not going to matter what Justin does. It's not going to matter how well he performs, this, that, and the other, right? Poles is going to want his own guy, and he's going to take his own guy. Whether it's this year or next year, he's going to get his guy in here. And he got who he wanted. I mean, that's how it goes. That's business is business at the end of the day.
Extremely lucky, but yeah, he got who he wanted.
Yeah,
he got lucky.
I mean, you can't.
I don't think
it wasn't that lucky.
I feel like
because he did a lot of work.
I feel like he still would have made a way to get. He would have found a way to get Caleb, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm glad y'all brought that up. So,
but
do y'all think? How I want to say it. So, Max said you said he probably got lucky with the Carolina being garbage, whatever. Do y'all think he held on to Justin past the deadline because while he knew he may be wanting to move on, he still was trying to see if they can make the playoffs, and he didn't want to just sacrifice the season. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Does that question make sense?
I mean, I get that, right? But I also felt like that didn't do Justin any favors.
Right. That's what I'm asking.
Because at that point, when the trade deadline hit, he was coming off that 8 touchdown, 1 interception, 2 games, right? Washington and whoever else it was, Denver, I think it was.
Didn't he proceeded to get hurt that week?
Yeah.
Like the week of.
Yeah, I think it was. It might have been Minnesota after that.
I think his market. I'm gonna be honest. I think his market was extremely limited.
No, it wasn't at the trade deadline.
I think it was because when you listen
at the trade deadline,
not at the trade deadline,
not in the offseason.
I was listening to CJ Stroud. I do even when you look at like Michael Penix getting drafted and some of these other guys, with the exception of Jaden Daniels, I do not think the league values that style of quarterback too much because they seen it. They seen it at its pinnacle. They seen what Lamar Jackson can do, and he's the best at doing that style, and he still can't get it done. I don't think the league value that style.
But that's what Jaden Daniels basically is. That's his.
But hold on. And he got hold on, Mac.
It's Lamar Jackson.
I'm about to say, hold on, Mac, but they lost that game because he wasn't playing like Lamar.
Exactly. He tried to play.
He played in the pocket.
Yeah.
But I kind of disagree with that because it's the same thing I tell people who love Josh Allen. At some point in the NFL, you have to be able to hit those layups as a quarterback.
Right. Yeah. I get you. And I also told you this with Patrick Mahomes. There's going to come a time where it's going to be a game or two in the playoffs where he ain't going to be able to throw. And we've seen that countless of times. One of those playoffs, I think the last NFC championship, he was running everywhere.
AFC championship. Yeah.
AFC. He had to. It's because they closed that off. And I'm just saying, and that's what I'm saying. It's not that it's not the thing is, it's not the style itself. It's your mind. They got to pay attention to your mind because Patrick know when and where. He be like, okay, I ain't throwing it today. It's third quarter, something got to shake. We coming at the halftime. Let's shake things up. I'm gonna have to run, and with me running, that's gonna open up the passes so I can do what I got to do in the closing things. Versus somebody like Justin Lamar,
they run first.
You got them but they run first. But the difference is between what they're telling Patrick and what they're telling Justin, and then they're telling them, "Hey, stay in the pocket, stay in the pocket." They ain't telling Patrick that. They saying, "Patrick, do what you need to do when you need to do it."
That's
exactly. But the thing is, you got to put every quarterback in that situation when you're allowed to do what you need to do and play instinctive.
I give you
Patrick also learned from Alex Smith though too. Like I think Alex Smith showed him how to play quarterback in the pocket, know when to let the ball go, when to hold on. Like he learned a lot in that year. Like a lot of people just try to smooth it over. Andy Reid and Alex Smith helped Patrick get. They were tremendous in helping him learn the game because if you think about it, if Patrick came in and played right away on, let's say, I don't know who was sorry back then. I don't even know. A sorry team. I don't know. Tennessee. I was just thinking Tennessee, but
he would have had 12 interceptions.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. So his journey would have been different. He'd have been like Peyton Manning threw what he throw? 28
interceptions
in his first year.
And he would have had no 28.
Yeah, he did.
28, bro.
Yeah,
he had to learn. So,
I'm so serious.
He had what's my man Tom Moore, right? If I'm wrong,
his first year.
Yeah,
28 is crazy.
His first year. He threw 28.
But he still was Peyton Manning. I think Mahomes will still be Mahomes.
Oh, y'all talking about Peyton? Oh, he did throw like 28.
No. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is
that wasn't
their journey will be different.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I looked the numbers up because I have this argument with my dad all the time because I love Peyton Manning. Like that was my dude growing up. Like the Peyton Manning from 1998, his rookie year, that wasn't Peyton Manning. I'm just gonna be real. That was not Peyton Manning.
He was flinging that boy.
No, everywhere.
Bro. Like the
he wasn't even calling audibles. They was literally letting him throw it like 42 times a game.
That wasn't even how he played at Tennessee, bro. If you look at his last year at Tennessee when he was run up for Heisman, that was not him.
He averaged like maybe 20 passes a game.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Like like rookie year Peyton Manning, that was not him. Now, if you're talking about like 2000, about 2020, Right? That was Peyton
Oh,
Manning.
yeah,
Okay? Like
The
that,
2004 on Peyton is
Exactly.
the Peyton we all know and love.
Exactly.
The
Like,
first few years, Peyton.
I'm gonna be real. That wasn't Peyton. Like
Peyton, I ain't gonna lie, that was Peyton just playing off pure talent.
He had Marshall Faulk, and then he went to
Exactly.
Edgerrin James. Like he had two dynamic Hall of Fame running backs. He just threw a pick. We're gonna run the ball 4 times.
Like people sleep on his year in Denver when they won the Super Bowl, but he had like 40. I think they said like he had like 4,500 yards that year, bro. That was vintage Peyton, and that man had a bad back at that point.
Yeah,
nah, he wasn't that in 1998. He wasn't that.
One thing I like doing, right, and if y'all haven't watched it, I think y'all should go watch that draft show with Micah Parsons. And
I did. That's what I draft on.
I like listening to what players say. So CJ Stroud, he said, and this is why I say it's not like people always give credit to coaches a lot, and I hate that. It bothers me. So CJ Stroud said his first 2 games against the Ravens, and I forget who the second game was. He said he came back week 3 and he realized that running around shit was dead. He couldn't do that in the league. Like he understood he had to move right within the pocket.
But he also he also attacked the Bears for not doing what they did for Caleb for Justice. So
he did.
Choose your battles.
But CJ's not
choose your battles with CJ.
So then,
but CJ's not the athlete, right? Well, he's not the athlete like the other guys, though.
He said what he realized, though, and Micah said this too. So he said we would rather face a guy that will abandon the pocket and run than a guy that'll sit back there and deliver the football. He said because we know how to get spots. That was his exact words. Like the league is telling you what's easier for them to cover, and I get it because I'm a brother. So you love seeing the athleticism back there. You like seeing the guy who has the speed and can do all that. But in this league, bro, you have to be able to deliver the football consistently with your arm in order to win football.
And Lamar ain't win 2 MVPs for nothing. That man ain't winning 2 MVPs for nothing.
But you also had a talent around you.
I'm just
saying. But this goes back to why I asked you earlier.
Lamar dog.
But this is what I start. But this is why I go back. You say it's not about coaching, but I ask you, okay, if that's not conducive to winning, why is we doing read options on 2nd and 9?
Appreciate that, Bradley.
Because Justin not calling.
He ain't calling that shit at all.
But I think you also got to realize, like, what can they? Let's think about it, Steve-O. Let's just be real honest about Justin.
Bro, if you finna ask me what can they do besides that, I got one simple play that I can ask that I was screaming for.
I do got a question though.
I'm just saying, like, he's not good. He's not good on timing plays. We know that he's not. He's not good.
I know why he wasn't.
He's not good with anticipation. We know that. He's not good coming across the middle. You can't blame Getsy for that. He wasn't good at college doing that.
Actually, you can, because if you look at Aaron Rodgers' depth chart with Luke Getsy, he never threw over the middle. But continue.
But I'm just saying he wasn't good at college doing that.
But that's not the point.
Backs he's had that he doesn't throw over. They don't call plays.
But that ain't. They don't. Forget all that. Forget all that though. Forget all the book. To get to the point though, at the end of the day, there is reasons we can. I was pointing out reasons why his timing was a problem. And one of the main issues because they flipped his feet. That was the first thing I said. I've always said his fundamentals is weird, but at this stage of his life, don't mess with his fundamentals. The best thing you could do is change his feet and work on his feet. He already was at left foot back, not right foot back for 20 years. So for you telling him to change and go back to right foot back, that's automatically going to mess up his timing, because you kept on saying, like, when we in shotgun, why is he moving back so slow? Because he's not used to that movement. He used to left foot back. He used to that. He's not used to right foot back. So when you do that, that messes with your timing. And on top of that, our wide receiver coach
I got a video for y'all right now.
No, that's why.
Tim Jenkins, hold on. I got a video for y'all right now.
That's why you can't just switch offensive linemen either. That's why you can't just say, "Hey,
are you talking about the spacing, Julius?
Whole career, let me stick him at guard and hope he sticks." No, especially if you switch a left guard to a right guard or a right tackle to a left tackle, bro. You're asking them to switch their feet and their hands. That's gonna take time to do. Like you can't just
that mentally mess you up. It mentally, because if you're like for example, like she said, if I'm left guard, my mind is programmed to go the same direction on certain plays every single time. But when you switch me to right guard, my hands is different, my feet is different, and in my brain, it's almost like dyslexia. It's like, what the hell is going on? So now that's when you see plays go crazy because you be like, why he just look like he ain't blocking nobody? Because his brain just said, what is you doing?
So I saw this back in December, maybe January. Tim Jenkins talked about this 7 months ago. That's what the video says on CHGO. He talked about the problem with Justin's footing, and he went into it. And when he was talking, like that made total sense. But everybody's just automatically like, again, we're not saying Justin doesn't have his issues, but what Tim Jenkins said makes total sense. Like, okay, it wasn't just Justin. It was a combination of they changed his footwork, like Steve-O just said, and other things that did not help him at all. So it was, again, we go back to what we originally said. Poles kind of knew he wanted his own guy, so it's like they just wanted to see if Justin could overcome everything. Like, okay, well, I know I'm still gonna draft a guy anyway, so we're gonna see. So he didn't have the requisite help to get to where he needed to. And again, Mac, I give you credit for this. You said it. There's only like 3 or 4 guys in the NFL that can win in spite of. So most of the other guys can't. So I don't understand.
And I just see, and I just be honest.
It's 3 or 4 guys. Mac named him. I'm giving Mac all the credit. Mac named him in his face one time, and everybody shut up when he said it. It was like, oh yeah, he's right. So why are you putting everything on Justin if he's not one of the guys we all can agree on? He ain't winning without the requisite help. You see what I'm saying? That's what I don't like. Like, be for real with the situation. Yes, you might not like Justin. You might not. He has an issue. He's got stuff he need to work on. But again, Max said it. It's 4 guys in the NFL that you can win. It don't matter who.
And there's 32 starting quarterbacks, so that means 4 out of 32 is not that high of a percentage.
So 28 other guys need help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think we was cool if he was just good. But we couldn't even see if he was just good because we didn't put him in good shit.
Right.
I feel like he could.
I'm not blaming Poles. I'm not really blaming Poles.
It goes back to what Steve-O said and then what I said. At the end of the day, it wasn't going to matter what Justin did anyway. It wasn't going to work. They're going to trade him anyway. Like, so what we have beef with Justin and everything else, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they were going to trade him regardless. It was that, like, he could have finished the season throwing for 3,500 yards. They still were going to trade him. It was just not going to matter. He wanted his guy, and that's what he got. I felt like he could have ended up semi like Jalen Hurts, right? Like, we all know what Jalen Hurts is, right? But Jalen Hurts wouldn't be Jalen Hurts without A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, whatever.
And an amazing O-line.
And a top 5 offensive line. He wouldn't be that.
Like, but to Max credit, go ahead, credit. Go ahead.
That's the problem. That's the issue. It's like in the NFL, if you go back, I forgot how many Super Bowls it is now, but it's only been like 12 quarterbacks to ever win a Super Bowl that's not Hall of Fame worthy. Like, that tells you everything you need to know. So if I'm an organization, I don't care if I drafted you at first overall, whatever, in the first round, it doesn't matter. Once I see that you're not that guy, if I have an opportunity to move on, I owe my organization the due diligence.
All GMs are gonna do that, right? Like that's just the nature of the NFL. Business is business, like I said. Like I said, it wasn't gonna matter anyway. All the conversation we're having really doesn't matter because it wasn't going to matter at the end of the day.
I'm glad he's gone. I'm going to be honest. Like, at this point, we all know he's not that guy. So if you have an opportunity to draft somebody that could potentially be that guy, you do it.
And I'll put it this way. I put it this way. I'm not gonna say I'm glad he's gone. I'm just kind of glad he's not dealing with us no more because
I wouldn't say
we did bad. But I just don't think he's going. I don't think he's going to be the. I don't think he's the guy for us. And you see a quarterback that in college technically had less, and it makes it's and the trajectory is showing that okay, when it comes to the NFL, when he figures it out, he's going to be able to do it with less too. So I when it comes to Poles and making decisions, I have no beef with it. Nothing he did. I don't care how long it took him. I don't have no beef with it. I really don't.
No. But
it's a real difficult situation when you really thought.
Yeah, I'm happy that young brother's gone. I'm never gonna do that. No,
I'm happy he's gone. I can't like
all the brother's success in the NFL. Absolutely, because there was a point.
I hope he has success too.
Where black quarterbacks weren't even respected well enough. So I'm never gonna be that type that's just wishing these downfalls on these brothers like that. No.
I'm gonna be honest. Here's the thing, right? And this is another thing we got to be realistic about. As black folks, we want an opportunity at the QB position. It's more and more black brothers becoming quarterbacks. So at some point, we have to be okay with saying some of them are just not good enough. That comes with
because of where we had to come to get to this level. I'm never going to do that. That's what I'm saying.
But that's my thing.
So disrespected back in his day. This man had to go to Canada before he even got a chance in the NFL. And Warren Moon was breaking all kinds of records in college. And couldn't even get a sniff in the NFL until he went to Canada.
No, but it's not even that. Like, I don't think he's good enough. It's really what it comes down to. The timing. He ran out of time.
The timeline didn't fit. Yeah. I said this time and again. The timeline never matched up. The problem started day one when you let Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace pick a quarterback, and you knew you were going to fire them after the season. That was never going to work. And so once you fired them, the new regime's always going to want their guy. I said this 2 years ago. I'm like, Ryan Poles at some point is going to take his guy. Whether that's this year or next year, he's going to do it. And that's what he did. I can't get mad at that. That's Ryan Poles. That's what he's allowed to do. He hasn't given me any reason not to trust him, right? He has not given me any reason not to do that. So I'm going to trust Ryan Poles in this decision that he made, right? At the end of the day, I wish just nothing but the best because that's just who I am by nature. That's who I am as a person. I wish the best for everyone. That's who I am, right? Some people don't have to feel the same. That's you. Good for you. I'm not going to tell you how to fan. I'm not going to tell you what to do, right? Because at the end of the day, it's your choice. That football is a lovable sport, right? Doug Williams. Yes, Doug Williams won the Super Bowl. Still couldn't get the respect. So, there were multiple guys that felt like that made an impact in the NFL that just couldn't get the respect that they deserved. So no, I'm never gonna josh the brother like that. No. That's why I hope Caleb balls out. I hope he does. I hope that young brother balls out and has a great career.
At the end of the day, it's like how in basketball, right? If a player not good, we say it. To me, it's
whatever you heard me say that back. I don't do like I said. I don't do that by nature. That's not who I am.
But that's my thing. I don't think he's not good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with it saying he's not good because he is. It's just it didn't work here. It's just I don't agree that he's not good. I hate when people say that.
People are afraid. I don't know why people are afraid.
Yeah,
because guess what?
It's like when you meet a good woman. She's a good woman, but y'all just not compatible.
Right.
That don't make her a bad woman.
Right. That don't even make no sense. That's not. Yeah. I just.
To be honest, I gotta be real. I don't see it. I just don't see it from a technical standpoint. I don't see it.
I mean,
that's fine.
I think from a technical standpoint, we didn't give him technically anything.
I'm just saying
so it's hard to like.
Like I said, y'all feel how you want to feel. At the end of the day, I wish the brother nothing but respect. It's a new era here, though, so we ride with that.
Right.
That's how I feel.
No QB, exactly. I agree with that.
That's who I am.
Yeah, and to close on Justin, because I know we get on that subject and get going, but I just feel like you could think he's not good. That's fine. You're entitled to that.
Right, you're entitled.
That is fine. But I'm telling you right now, if he has a good season in Pittsburgh and the next 2 seasons, I don't want to hear guys that say he wasn't good to say, oh, maybe he is good. No, you say he wasn't good. So keep the same energy that you got right now, because we're telling y'all he showed us in college he could be good if the situation is amenable to just like
decent.
Right.
Decent. Right. It wasn't decent. Come on, man. Like, we just got to be for real. Okay. And yeah, if you think you can draft a Hall of Fame quarterback, okay, that is fine. Yep. But to me, I feel like that's the same thing everybody else does. And guess what? It ain't been as successful. So it's like we just keep doing it. Somebody got to change up the trend. God dang.
You can't pay him $25 million though, Julius. He's not worth it.
I mean, but you look at the market now, though. Daniel Jones is getting $40 million.
$40 million.
You got to be the Giants and make that stupid decision.
I'm just saying though, like 25 is nothing for a quarterback now. I'm just being real.
Other people probably making more than him.
If he does that, you're not seeing how he building the roster out now. He absolutely
I'm just saying, Matt, Gardner Minshew's getting $25 million, and that man's a backup. That's just how the market is for quarterbacks now.
But I don't want to be stupid like them other organizations.
I mean, but you don't have to be. And like I said, I always felt that Poles was going to take his guy anyway. But hypothetically, if Caleb doesn't work out, then you look stupid regardless.
Look, the Steelers
you wasted that draft pick on someone who didn't pan out. So either way, like it doesn't matter. Every decision you make is gonna have a consequence, whether good or bad. We just have to hope it's good. That's a fact.
Look, let me tell you this. Cordell Stewart came from the Steelers organization. He's a brother. He just wasn't good. Like, I have no problem saying any of it.
He went from the Bears to the Steelers, but I get your point.
You know.
But I mean,
notice how they always come from the Bears first.
I mean, he came from Steelers to the Bears. He came from Steelers to the Bears, but he had came to the Bears after he had got hurt a couple of times, and he just wasn't the same. So he wasn't. He wasn't
good. And you know, Warren Moon
wasn't good, man.
You can't compare Warren Moon to Fields anybody. Like, it's hard to compare Warren Moon.
I just said what he had to go through is the reason why I don't even bash black quarterbacks. I don't, because I saw what I literally researched what Warren Moon had to go through to even get an NFL sniff.
Yeah,
I just breaking records year after year and couldn't get the respect in the NFL because he was black. That's
Kyler Murray is making $46 million next year. He's the fifth highest quarterback, and we all know he ain't the fifth best quarterback in the game. So Geno Smith is making $1 million a year.
But you can't be the Cardinals though. Like, you don't want to be that organization, right? You want to be
the Cardinals just got Marvin Harrison Jr. So I would.
And I like Kyler Murray because he was a baseball guy.
I would want to be the Cardinals. They just got Marvin Harrison Jr. So actually,
hold on, Derek.
No, what I'm saying is they don't have the opportunity to necessarily put as many weapons around him because of their cap situation.
Who?
Kyler Murray.
But they draft well every year though. Like they got Trey McBride from that draft. They still got James Conner. They just got Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, they draft well enough that they don't need to go out in free agency and get all these pieces for Kyler Murray. They don't.
I mean, they do draft well enough, but they can't. For example,
I mean, that's why they played stretch down the season once he came back, because they do have the pieces, right?
Well, I mean, Kyler Murray, he's not. I don't put him as an elite quarterback. He's very solid though.
He's decent. Solid.
Yeah, they didn't draft. Yeah, they didn't draft James Conner. Yeah, you're right, but they signed him, so it doesn't matter. He's still there.
I'm saying though.
We're not talking about drafted. They got him. James Conner's good.
The Cardinals draft.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. I like Poles. I love Poles. The way he did it was exactly the way you should do it. He loaded up. He got a quarterback that, if I think he's going to be elite, but if he's above average, they're going to do fairly well because of all the weapons they put around him. It's a good situation. So you got to get a man his just due. He did what he did.
Like,
he put the roster in 2 years.
Poles hasn't given me a reason not to trust him. Period. Yeah. He hasn't given me a reason.
I'm going to be honest. Logically, I never understood the debate. It shouldn't have been a debate in the first place. Fields or Caleb Williams, and it never made any sense.
I just didn't like the disrespect from both sides. I didn't like the people disrespecting Caleb, and I didn't like the people disrespecting Justin. That's just who I am by nature. That's who I am. I didn't like the disrespect going both ways.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm just saying, like, statistic. If people love statistics, Fields is not gonna be a guy. So I understand those people. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not putting up numbers like that.
Right, but everybody don't like statistics. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, I agree.
Who you like. You know what I'm saying? You can like who you like. That doesn't make your just because you. That's like saying, okay, you might like cheeseburgers. I like a hamburger. That don't make you right because you like cheeseburgers. But that's what people think.
I agree with you. I'm just saying,
like you said but see, you told everybody why you prefer Caleb over Justin, whatever. It wasn't like you didn't feel like Justin was good enough statistically. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you weren't like some people do. He sucks, blah blah. Like, bro, stop it, man. Come on, dog.
Yeah,
like
you have substance to your argument. It's people just saying he sucks because.
Right.
Hey, can I just say this? You know what the problem is? It's both sides. It's one side that just Justin sucks, and then there's one side that Justin is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Exactly. And then it's just those two is constantly going against each other, and the people that's realistic about the shit, we get intertwined with it, and we like, I don't even think he's that or that. Right. I just think I can see both sides if we do it the correct way, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think, that's really what it was. Like, the whole thing from day one, since since the trade happened, when we thought we could get the first pick, it was just those people. Either Justin was a future MVP or Justin's trash. He need to go to Canada.
Like, there was definitely pros and cons to both sides. Like, I get what you're saying, why there shouldn't have been a debate, but at the same time, I would have got either decision. It wouldn't.
Statistically, your argument makes total sense. I'm not gonna lie.
100%.
100%. But if you're looking at it from the way that me and Steve-O and Elise are looking at it from, it makes sense. Why? Okay, statistically, you're right, but we're not saying stuff that doesn't make our situation good as well. Like, either could have went good, but don't make it. I hate when people try to, the way you talk about it, it's not gonna happen. Or he sucks, but no, stop it. Because
I get what you're saying. For me, I'm gonna be honest. For the past 3 years, shout out to my boy Dre, shout out to Ray and others. They've been every year before the season started. Bears going 11-6, Bears going 10-7, Bears going 12-5. They had all this delusion of grandeur, and they were excited. And to be honest, looking at the roster, I never understood why they had this delusion of grandeur. So finally, this year,
so now I know who to blame.
I get to be delusional. Like, so just let me be delusional. Just on the roster anymore. There's no reason to talk about it.
Y'all hear it on record.
I figured it out. The reason the back talk like this is because of Dre and Ray. I'm on y'all ass. You outstanding members should be ashamed of yourself.
I know exactly who to blame.
Y'all the reason why he low-key a Packers fan right now.
I know who I'm blaming if we don't have a good season. I know exactly.
Because I'm gonna be like Dre this year. We going 11-6.
I'm gonna be like
all of that old now.
Don't do it, man. Come on, man.
Hey, like Mac.
Hey, man. Don't do it, man.
Jazz already. I'm gonna be
Jazz for the have you making cookies for bets and shit. Because you put your money where your mouth is, man. Right. You know that's what she gonna say.
I need to keep making for Dre.
It's funny because and Elise, I hear Elise in the group.
Oh my god,
a little chat we be doing all the time, and I hit her up because T had put out a tweet talking about he gonna be looking at Shane Waldron, whatever, right? Why this dude? But Caleb he can see the playbook and he got the playbook and all that. Bro, he ain't say nothing about Caleb, dog. Like, so I'm about to say this. Hold on.
Wait, who you referring to?
But no, Julius.
All y'all
that whole issue, bro. I could tweet out about Joe Burrow if someone is bringing up Justin Fields or Caleb Williams in my comments.
Let me tell y'all
I didn't even
right
bring
now.
them up.
Listen,
bro, I talk about Joe Burrow. Stay on topic.
Right. Y'all people that feel like y'all gotta attack and defend Caleb in the same breath need to stop.
I'm like, bro, I didn't even bring that dude's name up.
That man is a grown man. That man lived in his own apartment since he's 14 years old. He a grown man. He already told you he want all the smoke. He don't need your little crony out here coming to his rescue. He got it on his own.
Right. If any quarterback that don't need defending is Caleb.
That man, I love that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He gonna defend it. He gonna defend his damn self. That's the funny. He gonna be ignorant right with it.
I said him and Herb Howard gonna be best friends, and a lot of the Chicago media gonna end up hating him because he is not. Because the thing about Caleb is, like, and I think we all can agree, the Chicago media will make up or over embellish some of their freaking headlines or whatever, right? Caleb ain't doing. He ain't letting that slide. If you say
gonna go right on Twitter and say I did not say that shit,
right? Or he'll be like, Caleb, he missed this guy because he was holding on to the ball, blah, blah, blah. He gonna come right in the media like, no, I missed the guy because of X, Y, and Z, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm here for it. I can't.
Bro, I'm gonna be laughing when he do that shit. I'm gonna be laughing so hard.
Hey, y'all remember that time? Y'all remember earlier this season, or was it last year when Justin was like, the city don't work harder than us, and everybody went on him. Bro, Caleb gonna be like, you damn right. Y'all don't fucking work harder than me.
Right.
Y'all don't work harder than me.
I think all great athletes are narcissists. So what Caleb do don't offend me. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, look, I think
most grew up with Jordan.
At the term
this man grew up with Jordan.
Most grew up with Jordan.
They get mad at the term average. Most people is average. That's just being honest. Most people are somewhere in the average.
Remove him, Julius.
Area. Where they at?
He's finished.
Where they at? You know. But I like this guy. I'm glad he's a-hole. I'm glad he's not fake nice. I'm glad.
I like it, man. I like his energy. I like it. But I did tell Elise this the other day though. I said, yesterday or today. I said the thing that worries me, and I'm not worried about him not being good. The thing that worries me is if he doesn't live up to or exceed the expectation that a lot of these people have, it's gonna be worse than Justin. And it's because of how he came in and everything, and it's not fair to him. Because the one thing I tell people this, Chicago fans, we either, and I said this in space a long time ago. Y'all remember I said it early in the season. We either way over here or we way over here. Ain't no in between. Most people are in between, like us four or whatever, right? So most people are real over. Like,
right.
So I feel like it's gonna be worse for him because we all know he's a better quarterback, right? If we can all agree with that. He's better at in the position. And there's a lot of expectations for him. And if it doesn't work out in the first 3 years, it's gonna be so much worse because of all the hype, and people aren't putting the right expectation on it, and I don't like that. Like, I'm like,
this is why I don't have none. This is why I don't have none.
I got high expectations.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I got expectations like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Exactly what's gonna happen. People are gonna say,
as a Bears fan, I'm dreaming again.
High bar, and then when he doesn't meet this bar, I'm gonna be sitting on Twitter like, your dumbass said he was doing this.
Let me explain this.
But y'all ain't gonna be like Mac. You know,
that man back in Rams sleep.
You know what I'm talking about.
Mac go act like he is.
Let me explain this to you. Right now, as a fan of the White Sox,
yeah,
I'm in fandom head.
Like, why you had to bring them up?
This is like death. For 3 years, this was like death being a Bears fan, and I had to look at all these delusional fools running around here, all hype year in and year out for no reason. Now it's like it's resurrection here. It's like a new breath of fresh air in Chicago. I get to dream again. Let me dream. I'm gonna be delusional like the other people was delusional.
Back and I'm gonna be on your head if it don't work. I'm gonna be tweeting at you every Sunday.
It's working.
Every Sunday. I'll be doing it. I'm gonna be like,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be upset, but I'm definitely gonna be trolling. I ain't gonna lie to you, but because I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm expecting big things, and it's not mainly because it's Caleb. I'm expecting big things because we did it the right way.
Wow,
Caleb on your ass.
You out, Max?
He on your ass.
He's a hater. He's a Twins fan and a Vikings fan. It's sad.
And we know Mac a low key Green Bay Packers fan. It's fine.
Yeah,
we figured that out a couple months ago.
It's just like I don't believe in lying. Like y'all see, when you 5-27, I don't think it's too much.
See, here you go. Take
him off. No. That ain't. It's not about that. You said we all know Jazz is a Packers fan, and you said when Jazz is in the city, that's a home game. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
But is it a lie? Is it a lie?
Yes, that's a lie. Ain't no green in that stadium. You don't see a patch of green in that stadium.
You haven't won.
We ain't in the frozen. We not in the frozen trunk. No, I will not. I will not, Jazz.
No.
I will hold him to the fire.
First of all, okay. All right, here y'all go. If you're gonna be a Bears fan, you gotta rescind that comment because
I gotta rescind that comment.
You gotta rescind that.
I can't rescind it because I'll be lying. I don't believe it.
No, okay.
Then get him out of here, Julius.
You see what happened? You see, hey, Mac know where I'm gonna go with this. You know what happened to them stocks?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to rescind that comment.
Right, rescind that comment.
For what?
He getting all that smoke. I'm sorry. He can't. Nope.
Don't do this, man.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way we said this. This is so. This.
You know what? What's your last word?
Lambeau Field 2. You out your mind? No.
What's your last
anyway,
word?
I get to be delusional. Like
No, get him out of here, Julius. He
said, be happy.
Welcome to get him out in a minute.
Now get Jazz up out of here.
Anyways, man, we went way off the tangent. But anyways, we talk about Rome. So Rome. So the Bears drafted Rome on Tuesday at 9. They stopped Karan. I want to say it right because I just
Omega G.
There you go. Right there. Excuse me, Karan, if I said the name wrong. I'm so sorry, sir. What's his name? Tory Taylor, the punter. And
my God, Punt God.
Austin Booker. So the one
Legatron.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm glad because at least brought up Trent Gill stats one day in space. I was like, this dude is trash.
Oh yeah, Trent Gill has officially been waived as of 3 minutes ago.
Tory Taylor.
Oh, he got waived.
Me and Herb Howard were talking about
Trent Gill.
I was like, bro, they need to draft a punter. I don't care who in the draft. They're like, it's like, no, they're not gonna do that. Bro, they drafted. I'm like, they heard me, bro. Like, bro, don't be playing these games with me.
Appreciate you, bro.
I was so tired of that man putting us on our own 45.
Man, bro, for real.
Man, oh my God, bro.
No, he's the worst punter in the league.
I didn't even realize that.
That's why I'm glad we waived. That's why I'm glad we waived him. 5 minutes.
Okay, so
we haven't waived him. He
still get to talk about a punter.
No, look it up. We just waived him like 5 minutes ago.
A real punter. Hey, I'm gonna use Mac. We get to talk about a real punter finally, Mac.
Look at what Bowles has done for this fan base. Y'all get to talk about punters and be happy. Y'all actually believe?
Get him out of here, Julius.
Yeah, beautiful this season.
My
crocodile punter. Yeah.
I don't like how you making me feel.
I want him off my show. Man, you're a horrible person. I can't stand you. No, I'm just playing.
Nah,
you got three real wide receivers now. People can stop lying about Darnell Mooney.
Can we get him? Can we wrap this up? Max getting on my.
You got that was gonna be my question because. So how do y'all? Okay, and I'm full disclosure. I told Elise this, and I think Steve-O, I think we was on the show with T. I said, at the end of the day, I still feel like DJ going to be the guy at the end of the season. I think at first,
I feel like
he ain't going to be the guy.
I feel like that. And
I mean, that's fine. I'm just telling y'all me. That's me. This is mine. I feel like Keenan's going to be the guy at first.
I feel like it's going to be Keenan, Rome, and Cole. I don't know why. I just had that feeling, bro.
Hey, man, I don't agree with that.
But I don't know what it's going to be. Because there's so many ways Shane can approach this offense. Because if he do the twin tight end set, they gonna cook.
Yeah.
If he don't, It could be DJ, or it could be Keenan, or it could be Rome too. Because I'm sorry, like the way I'm looking at it, if I'm Shane, I'm putting Keenan in that. I'm putting Keenan in that slot, and I'm using him like Kelsey.
He loves using that 2 tight end. Like if you watched how he operated the offense in Seattle, like Noah Fant did most of the like that man cooked. Noah Fant cooked, and then it was DK obviously and Tyler Lockett, and then there was everybody.
That's why JSN was mad. He didn't get no target.
That's why JSN was mad as hell. Like, bro, like that's what I said.
But he got to fix that though.
I mean,
you're going to fix that because you can't draft a wide receiver
and
not use it.
I think they're going to use it. It's like you can't just.
I think they're going to use it. I don't think Geno can distribute the ball as well as Caleb. I think they'll be used well. No, I think that's what you have to look at too. You know
he did it the year prior before they had Jason.
It's not that because I watched enough of the Seattle offense. That's just how it was. Like that's how the offense goes, right?
Yeah, he just like running the ball.
That's how his offense is designed. It's designed as a 2 tight end set, and then go routes with the speedy receivers, right? That's just how his offense is designed.
Yeah, fella. That's what I was trying to say. I think so. I feel like Keenan will be Caleb's safety blanket like Kelsey is, right? At first. And then we all know this. Like, ain't no shade to Keenan Allen. I like Keenan Allen. He gonna get hurt. It's gonna happen. He gonna get some kind of injury, and he gonna miss a game.
To be fair, though, I looked up his injury history, and he's only had an injury like for 2 years out of the however many years.
But he has little knickknacks.
I'm not talking about like full blown. Steve, I know what I'm talking about. He gets little knickknacks that causes him.
Like he get little tweak ankles, little quad strains, and little hamstrings
like that. Though he does.
Hey, that's my favorite white guy, by the way, fella.
Yeah, like he doesn't miss games like that.
At least you will call him Felipe. At least you'll call him Felipe.
I feel like people give that perception, but he doesn't. He doesn't.
No, he's not. I'm not saying.
That's Drake too.
I'm saying it's gonna come a time where. DJ will have to step up because Keenan won't be able to physically because he might be slowed down by injury, which happens. And then DJ gonna be the guy, just like
I said, it's not my issue. I'm just going to be watching.
I'm gonna just say this: if I'm making any prediction about this wide receiver core, Keenan is Mr. Third Down.
Okay.
DJ is Mr. Take the top off. And Rome is Mr. Kill that zone.
Yeah. But they're putting Rome in the slot though.
They gonna if I know Shane, he gonna mix them up between Keenan.
Oh, because I feel like Paul said they're
putting if third down, I'm putting Keenan slot every time the third.
I would put Keenan in the slot, but it sounds like they putting Rome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I feel like majority of the time it should be Keenan because Keenan should be your guy. That's the best thing besides route running. The best thing about Keenan, he know when and where and reading the defense. So if he's sitting there, be like, "Oh, they ain't man, let me sit right here."
Cole's gonna be the red
first
zone.
Down.
Cole's gonna be the red zone target because he just that big body. He's gonna be the red zone target. He's gonna be the.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He gonna be. He gonna allow Caleb to build. Not that he needs to build his confidence.
Well, Rome is versatile too.
Yeah,
that's true. That's why I don't.
Yeah. They all versatile. That's why I'm like. But it's funny because I saw this tweet this morning. Dude talking about he had I forget his numbers, but he ain't had DJ on the list. I'm like, you really think Rome gonna have 86 receptions and DJ gonna be below him? You smoke.
I will say this final piece because I gotta say this.
Oh Lord. I'm scared.
Like I've been saying for years and years and years and years.
He about to
players only care about getting paid. So all of that DJ Moore might not wanna blah 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 blah. That meant absolutely nothing. They're gonna play where they get paid and they're gonna be happy to do it.
Yeah,
I never said that. I never understood. Like, you go, DJ go ask for a trade. No, the hell he ain't.
I
never understood that either. I was like, what are y'all?
I'm like, y'all, it was just people in them Justin camp that just wasn't being realistic. I'm like, that gotta be realistic at the end of the day when it comes to it. Like, they're professional. This ain't the first quarter, especially with him. This ain't the first quarterback that got traded.
They gonna play to get that bag. Okay, at the end of the day, that's what they gonna do.
It's the money
to get that bag.
But I like the wrong pick though. I do too. I know my brother Dre and Ian, they wanted somebody from the trenches. I understood that. I get that. But I don't think you could pass up on a wide receiver like a dude. And I was looking at some of the people rankings. Some people had him ranked as high as like the 5th best player in the draft. So some people even had him over Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't agree with that, but some people did. So, that's pretty impressive.
You know why they did though?
To be fair, I think people like Dre and Ian wanted an old lineman because you still did have Olu Fashanu sitting there, and he was
I want an old lineman
with Caleb, right? So I could see why people wanted that. But I'm with you, Mac. I'm happy with the Rome pick, and I wouldn't have passed on Rome either. So
wait, I thought Fashanu went 8.
No, he went 10.
Yeah, he went right up.
What's the name? Went 8. The quarterback, Penny, whatever.
Yeah,
No,
you ask Atlanta, it's penis. They put. Did y'all see the post they put up?
I gotta think. Realistically, they probably not gonna play Allen. He's getting up there in age, so it makes sense to get
restructure his contract though.
Yeah,
it makes sense to get you a young wide receiver now, and then him and Caleb over the years get to develop, all that chemistry together, and they both really go.
Yeah, I think we said this last week. I think Keenan gets it. They give him an extra year.
Yeah, he gets structure somewhere.
They'll have.
He ain't getting what he got last year.
No. He'll get an extra year. They'll spread the money out.
Right, they'll spread the money out.
And then next year, they'll re-sign DJ, and then DJ will be here long enough until it's Rome's time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But they not let, and that's what's crazy. Like if y'all think they gonna let DJ Moore go,
question mark.
Damn, they have 1,400 yards, man.
Hey, real question: are we re-signing Tevin Jacobs?
I don't know. Ooh, that's a good question.
If that guy at Yale is as good as we think he is, and he's more healthy,
he's a dog.
He is. He's from Illinois too.
That kid's strong, man. He's nasty. I like it. He's nasty.
And he's smart.
He's smart. They want to play him at tackle. Jacobs plays guard.
And that's the problem. I mean, that ain't the problem. It's just that's how he's built. He's built super. Like he got like 83-inch arms.
And he talk crazy too.
He crazy. He nasty. So like that's what I was saying. Like I said on Chicago Bears Central. I don't know if this is like a guard move. I think this is Tevin. You better tighten up.
No, it's tackle. They want to play him at the swing right now for his rookie year, and then they'll have him compete with Braxton next season.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. Because Braxton's about to swing out of place too.
Braxton that tight
if he don't get, bro. You need to figure out a bull rush. I don't know why you can't figure out a bull rush, bro. That's like high school level.
For real.
He can't stay healthy, man. Tevin can't stay healthy. And to me, he need to be more disciplined because it seems like every camp he come in with some type of issue or something. So he need to get that.
Would you re-sign Nate Davis or Mac too?
No. Nate can go.
He didn't even show me enough in the games he did play.
It's a good guard class next year too, so I expect us to take.
It's a good O-line class. Period. Next year,
a lot of picks next year. So
it's a really good defensive class and a guard class next year. So
what he got? 2 seconds and a 1.
What?
Early on,
I think he got 2 seconds and a 1 year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Barely small.
Yep. It is true.
That's why I said Braxton better tighten up.
Yeah,
hey. Buddy be punching. He be punching with his hand.
Braxton better tighten up.
But that's all. I'm curious. Like, what do the Bears do if Tevin plays 15 to 17 games?
I still wouldn't pay him.
If he healthy, they wouldn't resign him.
You resign him, but you don't make him the highest paid guard.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
No, you can't do that.
That's what you can't do.
We all know he has the potential to be top 5, maybe top 2 if he really want to be.
Here's the thing, right? Are you going to pay him because he had one healthy season?
That's why I brought.
And that's the another thing. It's not little injuries. He having real freak injuries. His back, neck.
Let's say we pay him because he had one healthy season, but then the next season he's missing for 4 to 5 games, right? Then that contract's gonna look bad because it's like, bro, like we really paid him because he had one healthy season. I don't know if I do that, and I like Tevin Jacobs a lot, but I don't know if I do that if just because he had one healthy season.
I think the bad part is if he does play that many games, somebody gonna throw the bag at him, and the Bears ain't.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Someone will do it, and it won't be the Bears, and the Bears will be like sayonara.
And he gonna go somewhere else, and it's like, yeah,
it's gonna be like Mooney. I mean, not Mooney. Montgomery.
That's how Jackson was.
Look at this conversation 3 years ago. Y'all was talking about how terrible the Bears were.
I mean, we are good.
Here we go, Matt.
I mean, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I'm just saying, 3 years ago, I believe Charles Leno was still our left tackle.
It was Jason Peters.
Well, Jason Peters, who was 41 years old.
Yep.
We had an idiot at quarterback. I mean, we had an idiot at OC. We had an idiot at head coach. We had old linemen. We had a Khalil Mack that couldn't stay on the field.
Sam
right.
Who was the other guard? It was somebody.
I like to be delusional every year.
I'm
gonna put this in baseball terms for y'all. This is what y'all got. Y'all got Steven Strasburg and Bryce Harper.
I don't know.
That's what the Washington Nationals put together.
Is Caleb Bryce?
I would say Caleb is Bryce. Yeah.
Who's Steven?
I don't like that because Bryce got hurt too much in his career.
Because Strasburg wasn't healthy the whole
still a Hall of Famer though, probably more than likely.
Yeah, but bro, he was healthy for one good season. They won it. That's
the thing. You just said two unhealthy motherfuckers. I don't think you feel good.
World Series MVP.
Yeah, that's all he was healthy
Now, Mac, here's my question for you. Would you keep Bajan as the backup or would you sign someone like Ryan Tannehill?
I told you, I keep Tyson.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like. I think you should get a veteran. Okay. And the veteran should know he's not
right.
He's not competing for a job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's
like Ryan Tannehill would be cold.
But you do think you should bring a veteran in? I agree.
Yeah, and I think the veteran would be good for both.
Yeah.
For Bajan and Caleb.
Yeah.
Bajan could be your 3, whatever, since you like him.
Right.
Caleb is your 1. It's good. Like, I think CJ Stroud talked about the importance of him having
Case
a veteran in the QB room for him. Like, I think that's important. You know what I mean? Like, and you have to be like, don't get me
coaching, you know.
You built the team for Caleb, truly.
Right.
You built the offense for him.
Yeah.
Also, if he get hurt, you still want to be able to compete. Somewhat.
That's why I think.
Well, hold on. I think Tyson will work well though. And I said this the other day. I feel like Getsy, regardless of how you feel about Mac, I feel like Getsy didn't make neither one of them look good. And Tyson has a way quicker release than Justin will ever have. And
but
you know what I'm saying?
Shane Matthews, man, with his arm.
Little arm?
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's not, his arm is not good.
I ain't heard that man. I ain't heard that name in a minute. But it wasn't even that. Like that man, he told.
Laughing though, Shane Matthews is in the record books for the Bears. Don't play.
Yeah, but he ain't.
That man in the record books.
Talent wise, he ain't even nowhere near Tyson.
That's the record, Justin.
I agree with that. I agree.
For most completions in a game, or consecutive completions.
I'm just saying, his arm is not that strong. We got to be honest.
It ain't. It's not that strong.
No, Mac, I agree. I could bring someone like Tannehill in here. Or there's somebody else I saw on the list that I like. Blake Bortles, I would bring him in. Or
what was that one play where the guy was in the end zone and he had to try to come back to the football? He was wide open, but he had to kind of stop and try to come back. Tyson Bajan made the throw.
You talking about that end zone pass?
Yeah. It was terrible, bro.
You talking about Valor?
Bro, he should have been caught, but it was terrible.
Oh, Valor?
You know what? But you know what? A lot of people got on him for that, and I was the only one to defend him on it. because what's another thing that nobody brought up? That line was in his face, and he wasn't able to step into that throw, so he threw it flat foot.
But let's be honest though,
Caleb, he don't have an arm
without throwing it, without stepping into.
Oh yeah, he bro. We seen Caleb jump in the air and make a 60-yard pass that didn't make sense.
Right.
Like so, he could do that.
About Caleb, Mac. We're talking about
I want to Tyson went to Shepherd for a reason.
Exactly. Come on, Mac. You gotta know who we're talking about. We're talking about.
But in Tyson's defense, he has better receivers. Like, if for a guy that ain't got a real good arm, real strong arm, like going deep, he got Keenan Allen and DJ. Like,
yeah, his release is quick though. I like his release.
I mean, I think. Don't get me wrong. I think Waldron is smart enough where if Bagent had to play, he's not gonna ask him to do something.
He can.
Yeah, throw it to the. He's not gonna ask him to throw to the right flats 46 times. And get 5 interceptions.
Yeah, and I think they got enough wide receivers enough good wide receivers where he'll be successful, because you have to legitimately think somebody's going to be open,
For sure.
Yeah. Because somebody's going to be open, man.
Yeah. I think with both of them, it's just a matter of them getting through their reads, to find the open guy, whatever the case may be. But somebody's going to be available for them.
But no, I agree with Mac. I think you should bring a vet in here. Someone like you said, he knows he's going to be like the mentor type, right? Like he's going to mentor Caleb and Bagent, and I would be totally fine with that. Like as long as he knows his role and stuff. But I think that would be good for Caleb and Bagent. I definitely do.
Get Derek Carr in a couple years.
Yeah, because
no, I'm talking about this year.
I think Julius brought it up. Don't get me wrong. Alex Smith was totally different situation, but he had a veteran there with him. Stroud had a veteran with him. I think even I don't know who was behind Allen, but I think Allen had a vet. I think like
Lamar had a veteran. All of them had veterans, man.
Yeah, I think most all these guys had a solid veteran.
He had Barkley his rookie year, Matt Barkley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Matt Barkley.
Yep. Yeah, so all these guys had some sort of veteran that they can. Like sometimes you're not comfortable going to certain things with your coach. You know what I mean? Where a good veteran you can talk to.
Bradlissimo Petty.
Yeah, like Justin and Getsy arguing which formation they want to be on.
Who the Falcons got at back at
Penix.
He been Petty. Because that's crazy. The Falcons. I don't know.
I don't know what the Falcons were doing. I still like my brother. I'll be like, but this isn't good for Michael Penix. This man is sitting here aging while Kirk Cousins is out here throwing on what
that guy made
a Phillies. What?
There's some guy on he's a football analysis.
Who?
He talked about that Atlanta move with Pace, and he started naming the scenarios of Pace like to do that. He talked about how Pace did the same thing with Mitch Trubisky. He talked about how Pace did with Justin Fields, and how now this situation with
it was so random. It was so random.
Yeah,
he talked about
it's crazy. It's crazy that you say that. Because besides Mitch, everything was random. Everything was random. Yeah.
But that just
but in this situation, I don't think it's that bad.
They paid Mike Glennon all that money, then drafted Mitch, right? Then I forgot what they did with the Fields situation, but it was kind of
paid Dalton all that money.
They paid Dalton all. That's what he said. Again, they drafted Fields, and he talked about how both of those situations was with kind of lame duck coaches. We talked about that similarity too, and then he just did it with Penix and Kirk Cousins. So
my only thing is like I know everybody.
Not every day,
but I know everybody is like going crazy about it. I don't think it's that bad of a deal.
Me either.
And the reason mainly is because of the league ain't about fairness.
Yeah, no.
It's not about fairness.
It's gonna be 27 by the time he sniffs the field, bro.
First of all, we don't know that because this man is coming off an Achilles tear.
Not just Achilles, a full torn Achilles.
Like a full torn Achilles. So it's like he didn't probably knocked off 4 years already.
Hey,
so
I'm 40.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm 40, about to be 45 this year. Ain't no way I'm trying to play football on a torn Achilles, right? No.
Bro, and any of you pay attention, how many everybody watch that Netflix? He was getting his ass whooped. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know if he got to me as a person, I can see him retiring very soon because he's gonna be like, all right, I'm tired of this shit. I can't win this Super Bowl. I'm taking a licking. I done made all the money I can make.
The crazy
it's like
he gonna get $100 million. He can retire right now. He gonna get that $100 million because it's guaranteed.
Atlanta gave him the bag, even though they know he had a torn Achilles. That's what.
Exactly. Now that was stupid. That was stupid. Dumb. But like,
the dumbest
but think about it. Compared to all the quarterbacks Mac just said that Pace got. If you look at that's somebody I want Penix to listen to. I'm just being honest with you.
Oh yeah,
that's somebody that's shown he can be elite quarterback in the regular season. Let me clarify that in the regular season. So he could teach him how to be a pro, but he could teach him how to be a pro, and he could teach him how to carry himself throughout the regular season. And Penix going to have to learn how to get on his own in the playoff. But he's not a terrible quarterback to have behind Penix for probably. I give him like the most he's sitting is 2 years.
No. Atlanta's O-line is way better than Minnesota.
It's way better. That's close. But the difference is, I will say, that's more of a run blocking unit than a pass protecting unit.
Correct.
I will say that.
Correct.
Yeah. Correct. It's still better though.
Yeah, but that's my thing. I don't think it's that bad. I think
couldn't do neither.
Yeah, but I think what makes it bad is just you decided to give that man $100 million. That's probably the only thing I say is bad.
Yeah, that was stupid, man. They gave that man too much money.
Yeah,
I would have gave that man a smooth 90.
I'm just like, dog. I gave this man $100 million just to draft Michael Penix in the top 10. Like, Atlanta,
I ain't gonna lie.
I
ain't gonna lie. I think Aaron Rodgers still gonna be cold, and I wouldn't give that man $100 million after snapping your Achilles.
He's gonna be cold.
I'm not doing it.
Hey, but
I'm not doing it.
The Jets did what Atlanta should have done. They waited in the draft to draft his successor. Right? They took Jordan Travis in the 5th round. That's how Atlanta should have done it. But they
wait. Where he go again?
What?
Where he go again?
The Jets.
Who was that?
Jordan Travis.
That ain't bad.
That's what I'm saying. But they
that ain't bad.
Like the 5th round to take him, right? Like they told Rodgers, hey, we probably gonna take a quarterback in the draft, but we're not gonna pick the 1st round. So they waited till the 5th round to snag Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis can rehab, learn from Rodgers, and then when Rodgers hangs him up, Jordan Travis can take over. That's how Atlanta.
I think what it was. I ain't gonna lie. I think what it was. Atlanta had fear that Vegas was going to take Penix, and I think Vegas probably would have took.
Vegas could have taken him. You still had Jordan Travis. You still had Spencer Rattler. Not like you didn't have options.
Ain't nobody want no damn Spencer Rattler.
Guess what? Travis coming off.
Nobody want no damn rattlesnake.
The thing with the Jets can afford to wait on Travis. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
Williams did that boy dirty.
Oh my God, that boy went up there and said,
Spencer? You talking about
Spencer? Bro, he said, you talking about might be the best quarterback that's probably finna get drafted. Yeah, your job, man. I'm finna come here.
He did him.
And his life been hell ever since.
That's true.
Ever since that man moved. You know how bad it is for this man.
Caleb came and snatched that job in about.
You know how bad it is for you to come take his job, leave, go to a weaker conference. He go to a better conference.
I watched that,
and he still get a Heisman.
And then when we came back and he transferred to USC, that's why I told Ray, I was like, you better watch for Caleb Williams. This man just snatched Spencer Rattler's job out his throat and said, I'm taking it and never giving it back, bro. That was crazy.
He said he was never better than me.
What?
He said he was never better than me.
No.
And they was talking about, they was saying that man was a bona fide 1st round pick.
I was like, wait a second. They just got this freshman here on the bench. Yo.
But I ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. Caleb wasn't lying. Because I was sitting there watching Rattler even in high school, and I'm like, this motherfucker ain't doing nothing crazy. First of all, you playing in Arizona. You ain't playing no fucking body.
Bro, he was. I was like,
two, he had like 2 D1 wide receivers. He threw like 5,000 yards. And then I was like, okay, let me see how he getting that 5,000 yards. It was house call. House call. I'm like, this motherfucker not that good.
Yeah, man.
Bro. Even his backup was like a 4-star recruit or something crazy.
Yeah. And Caleb coming from DC, where his best player that was a D1 scholarship was his left tackle. It wasn't even 5-star at the time. And for the most part, he wasn't even throwing. He was in there looking like Justin.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up
because he was running that mug like a sucker too in high school. But he got
you know what? We gonna talk about that next side.
Y'all gotta look up Caleb high school highlights. That man got elite juke.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Mac, you need to go watch his high school lineup.
Ankles, bro.
Yeah, no way.
That man
for that. I was dying.
He ran a read option to the right pylon, and just to be funny, there was a dude coming towards him, and he just faked and made him slide all the way out of bounds. He just walked into the end zone. I said, "This nigga ignorant."
Bro, it was so fun. Bro, he got a lead. Y'all gotta watch his high school highlights. Those are some of the best highlights ever. Period.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all.
He just playing with people. He would be
before you cut out. Can I give some shout outs real quick before you?
Go ahead. No, I gotta get out of here, y'all.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Hurry up, because I got to go.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to give a shout out again to my favorite Redbone. You fine girl. You know who you are. Okay. And then I like to give a shout out to all my people at BGI on the Bad Guy Radio. That's where you can catch me, King Mac. You got Spook Jess over there. You got Jay Targaryen over there. You got Dre Duality over there. You got the Lion Jr. over there. You got Brightside over there. I don't want to forget no. You got Nine over there. You got Ian over there. So the whole cast of characters over there. And I appreciate those brothers.
You got the baby crying.
Yeah, you got the baby crying, man. Way to go.
You'll be all right.
Well, like I said,
I see you got the little fro.
And hey, I got 2 questions before I go. Yeah. Mac, when the wedding? Who?
Not
yet. Join it? You join it? Hey Mac, I see you. Hey Mac, I see you growing them out.
My sister Jazz. You know you my peoples.
Are you talking about that wedding?
Wait.
No.
I ain't getting a shout out, man. But how we going?
You already know you're a queen, at least. You already
respect the queen, man.
You already know you're a queen.
Man,
I'm trying to figure out which Mac. I'm trying to figure out which.
I'm
trying to figure out which. I'm just trying to figure out which wedding we talking about. Yours or that in the show.
Okay. Hey y'all, tune in on Monday. We'll be back at regular time. Love y'all. I got to go because y'all see he's crying. So appreciate y'all coming on.
Peace out.
Thanks for coming.
Peace out.